Classically, ALS was thought to just affect the muscles, just cause muscle weakness, not really have any other symptoms, but we know now that there are other aspects. So as the disease progresses, we want to make sure that conversations are had way before actions even occur. So we want to make sure there's no surprises with this illness.
I typically start with a conversation about what do you know about this disease? And I want to make sure I understand what you know, so that I can really start from the perspective of what kind of education do they need about what's going on, and do they understand the different domains that are going to be impacted by this disease: communication, nutrition, respiration. Everyone's pretty much aware of the musculoskeletal piece, that people get weaker, but that they really understand how this affects emotion, how this affects relationships, how this affects behavior.
You want to make sure that patients have a good sense of things they want, things they don't want, things to prolong life or not. Obviously, a lot of patients' concern when they come in is, am I going to be comfortable? Is this going to be painful?
One of the things that we will do with patients is help them define for themselves what is a meaningful quality of life, and how do they define quality of life.
We just went through the tiers real quick and just took a positive attitude towards things and said, we're going to make life hands you lemons, we're going to make lemonade.
We have a lot of support, family and friends that have come over and helped us to navigate some of the changes, and the staff at the clinic has just been amazing to us. I can't imagine going through this without them.
We know that patients do better that are involved in a multidisciplinary ALS clinic, and what multidisciplinary means is that there's several different team members, all in different specialties, working together to give the best quality of care for the patient.
By the time we started coming to Mercy, it was so great. You can go into a room and you see all the people you need to see without having to get up constantly and going out to a waiting room. That concept is wonderful.
I liked the discipline of going there and having everything right there. He was in a wheelchair that I had to load him into a van, and to take him to all those different disciplines separately would have been worse. So I guess for me, I felt that it was great to be able to go there and get all of that.
The nature of ALS is such that as the challenges of just normal day-to-day getting around becomes problematic, I do a lot of my visits at the homes.
We will go out to homes and assess how you're doing, assess the home environment, and work with you just like a clinic visit, an appointment in your own home, in the comfort of your own home.
I scope out the living environment, I look at the sleeping environment, I look at the bathing and showering environment, what does the kitchen look like? I mean, so I'm really kind of assessing the whole physical environment. We can then make some very specific recommendations.
I remember thinking, well, this isn't going to go bad. I'm not going to need all that stuff in my house before, but found out very quickly and learned very quickly that yes, we did.
For instance, I have in my nightstand drawer, sits across the drawer. I pull it out every night, and there is a big long dowel with a little rubber tip on it, and it's helped me reposition my feet at night.
They really anticipated her needs before we even realized she was going to need something, and really gave us the tools and knowledge to deal with the challenges that came along with it.
One area that is so important is patients and caregivers will sometimes feel alone. What they're feeling is normal. They're not in this alone. There's others out there that have gone through the exact same thing. So setting up other peer mentors, other caregivers that have gone through the same thing has really helped with the overall quality of life of the caregiver and the patient as well.
I think the peer mentor program is huge. Somebody to talk to say, this is what I'm feeling. Let's go down the hall and have a cup of coffee. How are you doing? How are you handling this? What can we do to help get you through this?
Hearing from someone else who's lived through it it now registers. You say, oh yeah, okay. It's a different kind of understanding when you hear it from somebody who says, they've walked this mile in my shoes and they understand.
I hear this from patients and families all the time. They feel that they are doing better, that they're functioning better, that their attitude and approach to disease, and more importantly to life, is better as a result of what we do. That is really, really rewarding.
I have been coming to the ALS clinic at Mercy Health since October 2014. The clinic has helped me stay ahead of the symptoms that I am experiencing.
I had no reason to even want to go anywhere else. I just felt very confident in the ability of the clinic, and the clinic has just been superb.